fidgety little legs. Break you clean off the page. I'm afraid I'm busy. Curse upon my lack of foresight. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance. I'm afraid I'm busy, truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart...
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Mohg's remains? The implications are rather... unnerving. Freya, by the gods. She must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she heads to war. A true Redmane she is, hardly troubled by the rot. But no one is without their shortcomings. She has a hard road ahead. It does make one think. Perhaps our concerns are but two sides of the same coin. Perhaps our...
Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Miquella's side. The horn scent. On one hand, he trusts Miquella with the enchantment lifted. His vengeful passions may once again ignite. But surely he'd be mindful of kindly Miquella's promise. On the other hand, the horn scent does present his own dangers. Perhaps your concerns are well-founded after all. Allow me some time to mull it over. Allow me some time.
But first, clear resounds the call of vengeance. The Impaler, Messemer, must pay his due. In vengeance for the flames. My blade I wield. How could I allow myself to forget? Revenge alone assures me peace of mind. Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too wish to face the reckoning. Think not to lest you too...
It does. Perhaps our concerns are but two sides of the same coin. Perhaps our concern...
By my lord, will I ever make sense of this jumble? By my lord. Will I ever make sense of this jumble? Make sense of this jumble.
Perhaps our concern... Well, what's this? Yes, I should have known. Even the truth was itself mere folly. As if using Lord Moog to gain entrance to the Land of Shadow were not enough, he plans to use his corpse as the vessel of his king consort. He has forsaken Lord Moog's soul. He desires only his empty shell. It beggars belief, but I'm afraid Tender Mikula fails to grasp the humiliation implied by this act. One thing is certain. My dear lord deserved better. Righteous Tarnished, you have my gratitude. You have given me the answers I needed, but I can hardly fathom it. Such folly unto the end. I am a warrior, but I've aged. I cannot afford to act hastily. Curse it all. I know my limits. I could spend the rest of my life honing my craft, and still that creature would be out of my blade's reach. The absolute folly of it all.
Hello there. Together, we work, even if kind Mikula's light is broken. So, I find things. Many things.
Righteous Tarn, could you please give this to Freya? Thanks to you, she too will have the answers she requires. Freya possesses a youth I no longer have. This knowledge will surely stoke the flames of valor within her. Yes. I can see her barreling into the fray right now. Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affairs, but this is the only way I can help. Perhaps I should. This is the only...
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance. From Sir Ansbach? To me? What on earth could it... Yes. Of course. I see. As the Festival of War concluded, General Radahn's soul met an honorable end, but kindly Mikula wishes to revive it, which is fine by me. I know it would pain old Jeren, but war has always suited General Radahn best, and certainly far more than any honorable death. Endless war to invigorate the soul, as befits General Radahn, the great lion. Thank you. Now I finally cast off my misgivings. Give my regards to Honorable Ansbach. Tell him, if we should meet in battle, to face your bow would be fine enough, but to face your blade would be an honor.
Ah, there you are. It took me long enough, I know. But I've made my decision. I believe it wisest to eliminate the horn scent. If he were to point his blade at Sir MESSMER or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter, but vengeance changes a man. And one day, his blade may turn towards Mikula the Kind. Kindly Mikula is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain. I believe the Hornsent suspects what I have in mind. He never placed his full trust in me, even under the effect of kindly Mikula's spell. He must have recognized something. The scent of the killer that slept within me. The stench of crusted blood. I will follow to have his revenge on Sir Messemer. There is only one place he will go. The Black Keep. I will follow the horn scent. To have his revenge on Sir Messemer, there is only one place he will go. The Black Keep.
Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affairs, but this is the only way I can help. I should have expected as much from Freya. Some things simply never occur to her. Paralyzing fear. True despair. That's Freya through and through.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Those restricted to grace of God shall all death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Restricted to grace of God shall all death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Those restricted to grace of God shall all death. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
Ah, good sir. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T. But, it's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars. Ah, I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, I can't believe you felled that giant. It was practically a god. I doubt there's another soul out there who could have done the same. Of course, I count myself, the great Alexander, among many, which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. You are ready? Then let us begin. I am the great Jar Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O warriors. Let us become one champion together. As I suspected, victory was impossible. This vessel was found lacking. My thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Messemer's flame, stripped of the grace of gold, shadow, death. In the embrace of Messemer's flame, death. In the embrace of Messemer's flame. Grace of gold, shadow, death. In the embrace of Messemer's flame. In the embrace of Messemer's flame. Of gold, shadow, death. In the embrace of Messemer's. I will not suffer. Our Lord, devoid of light. No, Mother, forgive me.
Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light? Creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall I. their pain, all that they felt. Do you understand now? Your ugliness. Ah!
There you... I've made up my mind. The Hornsent is no longer a mortal danger. With his grudge against Sir Messemer settled, his blade is bent by madness. Wherever he goes, he won't last long. I needn't bother with him. Unruly emotions only lead to misfortune. All the more reason we need someone like Miquella the Kind. I know I shouldn't let myself, but I suppose it's only natural to feel the weight of one's deeds at times like these. There's plenty left to be done, and I will see to it. Who else, I wonder? I don't enjoy casting suspicion on anyone I've called a comrade, but it's a small sacrifice in the grand scheme of things. We must eradicate all doubt. Who else? I don't enjoy, but it's a small... Ah, there you are. I'm afraid Sir Ansbach will have to be next. He insists that he's nothing but a worn-down over-the-hill soldier. But in his day, he was the feared commander of the pure-blood knights, who cleaved open Miquella the Kind with his blood blade. He claims he hasn't the spirit to take up his sword again, but I doubt it'll be very long before he recalls, as I have, the cascading sheets of blood. I'm afraid he cannot be left to fester. I've come to a realization. There's ample evidence. Without kindly Miquella's influence, I'm quite mistrustful of others. I've come to a realization. There's ample evidence. Without kindly Miquella's influence, I'm quite mistrustful of others. I've come to realize there's ample... I'm quite
We meet again, I see, comrade in arms, upon his end. 'Twas sublime. A very tangle of snakes. To think he dared call us savages, when he himself was most base of all. To say the least, I am to you indebted, yet unquenched remains my thirst for revenge. The death of Messemer was merely the start. Now comes the Piper to collect from Marika, her offspring, and all the Erdtree's denizens, in vengeance for the flames. My blade I wield, If Miquella's redemption soothes the ache that throbs within, demanding blessed vengeance, then I wish not to be by him redeemed. If Miquella's, then I wish not.
I will dispose of you. I find that I have new apprehension. You're ambivalent. And exactly where can I place you?
So, you would cull an old man tonight. You are sorry indeed. I would expect less. That you surmise. I will not simply lay down the stone. Have you lost your wits? I trust you have no such debt to this old man. Though I gladly welcome you to see. Now I might even to see the morrow. Lady Leda, I ask you keep kindly Miquella in your care.